Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it's Paydirt review time again, and this time we're going to be re-reviewing BigTexasProspecting.com. Now, I just reviewed him a few months ago. I did a half-gram bag from him, and in that video I said I really wished he would up his ante and start selling a 1-gram bag, and he did. He started selling a 1-gram bag, so I sent my secret shopper over there to buy a bag, but then he added this, his 100% ROI bag. So I had my secret shopper pick one of these up instead, and that's what we're going to be reviewing today. So let's just flash up the description, go to the overhead, and check out this dirt a little bit closer. As you saw, a pretty bleak description. It only tells you that this is a 100% ROI bag and nothing more. Now, if you look at the pictures and the bag itself, it does say that it is 3 pounds of material, and that material is a special blend. Now, let's weigh this up, see if it is the 3 pounds stated. And there you go, 3 pounds, 3.5 ounces. And I will say, when I had my secret shopper order this, it did come with some extras. It came with a little vial and a golden shovel. Now, I don't know if this is customary or not, because my secret shopper actually ordered 2 bags of Paydirt, this being one of them, and I don't know if this was just added in because it was a bigger order, whatnot. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's open up this bag. It's playing difficult. Check out this material. We will rinse this bag out before the end of the video to make sure there's no gold that might have gotten trapped in any of the nooks and crannies. And now let's check out the material. There's a lot of it here, 3 pounds. Some bigger, chunkier stuff here. Pretty dark material as well. But we're going to go classify this down, come right back, and then check it with a magnet. Okay, all done classifying, and as you can see, pretty equal amounts. Maybe a little bit less in the -10, +20, and a little bit more in the -40, but overall pretty close. Now, one thing I did notice is that a lot of the +10 isn't actually rock. Some of it is just really compact dirt. So I might actually find some gold that isn't +10 in the +10 material, just because some of that isn't really rocks. But one thing I didn't see when I was classifying it down was any gold. And this bag, based on my calculations, should have approximately 1.54 grams of gold. But I guess the only way to see any gold is to pan it out, so let's go get some water and do just that.
Well, down here in Texas, we like to have a good time. We're living life so great that living should be a crime. Yeah, down here in Texas, them good times ain't hard
Well, finished panning everything out as you saw, and that was some pretty difficult paydirt to go through, but we'll talk about that in a minute. For right now, let's show you the gold I found. And I found gold in 3 of the classifications, so I'm pretty happy with that. It would have been nice to find something in the plus 10, but I'm really not complaining. Down. And I found a nice little bit in the minus 40, which is really nice because there's a lot of material to pan out. And of course, it did come with the shovel and the vial. I didn't use either one, and I probably would just put the shovel on my shelf, but let's weigh this up, see how much we have. And again, based on my calculations, I think I should find around 1.54 grams. Based on what the gold spot was when my secret shopper purchased this, 0.315, and I need that boat back. Minus 20 plus 40, 0.975. And lastly, the minus 40, and this is definitely going to budge scale. A nice little pile there. .280. Let's weigh it all up. .570, so a little bit more than what I thought it should be. Now for this 100% ROI bag from Big Texas Prospecting, this stuff was pretty hard to go through. It was 3 pounds of material, so you're going to be panning a lot, which means there's more chance that you'll miss a piece of gold. The water definitely clouded up from this material, and there was a lot of black sands. And I know, even though I put my magnet in the center of this earlier, I still forgot to show it, but I did when I was panning out the minus 40, and a lot of the black sands were magnetic. So for a beginner, I would give this a hard. For an advanced panner, this is a medium hard paydirt, and for an expert panner, this is medium difficulty paydirt to go through. All right, finished calculating my ROI, writing up my review, and let's get right to it. Well, before we get into the numbers, let me tell you why my numbers are not going to match the numbers that Big Texas Prospecting thinks they should be. Because in his description, he states you will find $100 worth of gold, and that will give you a 100% ROI. But that's not including shipping. And when you go to check out, you're going to be paying shipping, and I include shipping in my ROIs like you should. So the ROI won't be 100%, but it should be really close. And now let's get to the review. Again, I panned out a 100% ROI bag from BigTexasProspecting.com. It cost $100, but shipping was $8.30 for a grand total of $108.30. Now, as you saw, I recovered 1.570 grams of gold, and gold spot on the day that this was purchased by my secret shopper was $64.97, meaning that the gold that I recovered was worth exactly $102, which is more than the $100 that he guarantees, but it is not a 100% ROI. My ROI is actually 94.18%. So my scale, he's getting a 9.4 for ROI. If for some reason you don't calculate in shipping, it is a 100% ROI. In fact, it's a 102% ROI, but you really must include shipping in your ROIs. Now, I understand his description does state you're finding $100 worth of gold, and I got that. So I'm really happy with that. I'm not deducting anything because I didn't get a 100% ROI. Because in the description, he does state you're finding $100 worth of gold. Now, for fun factor, I'm going to leave it the same as a 9.4. It was a really good bag of paydirt. I'm not sure it deserves anything to bump it up to get it to higher than a 9.4, and it definitely didn't do anything to lower it. So I think 9.4 is a really fair fun factor. For Paydirt description, this is where it really keels off. He's only getting a 2 because the description really doesn't say much. One, it tells you you're getting a 100% ROI, but you're really not if you include shipping. And he doesn't state that in the description that it's with or without shipping. And there's also all that there is in the description. It doesn't tell you how much Paydirt there is, where it's from, etc., etc. So pretty poor description, and thus a 2. For quantity and packaging, he's getting a 10. It was over the 3 pounds on the bag, and he was really well packaged. He does double package all of his bags of Paydirt, so he's getting a 10. And lastly, for customer service and shipping, he's getting a 10. He replied to emails incredibly fast, and it shipped out just as fast. So he's getting a 10 for customer service and shipping, giving Big Texas Prospecting 100% ROI bag a total score of 8.2. And that is a good score. In fact, it's a really good score if he fixes his description. Then his score would be in the high 9s, 9.4 and up. So I really hope he improves his description relatively soon. So would I recommend this bag of Paydirt or buy it again? And the answer is a definite yes. I really enjoyed panning this out. It's very rare that you get big bags of Paydirt these days, and 3 pounds is a lot of material to pan through, and you're getting an almost 100% ROI. So I really enjoyed this Paydirt, and I think it's a really good buy. You might not get a 100% ROI, but you're going to get really, really close. And I have no complaints getting a 94% ROI. I think that's a great deal on a bag of Paydirt, so I would definitely recommend and buy this bag of Paydirt again. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Happy panning, and if you're not already a subscriber, think about hitting that subscribe button below.